STG.
All right, good morning and welcome to Good Morning City right here on 106.9 FM going in the radio. And I hope you're having a good time wherever you found yourself. Today is Wednesday, the 25th day of February. And of course, I'm in the studio with my pretty lady with a golden voice, Esther.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Chike. How are you doing today? Honestly?
I'm doing incredibly fine, Esther. I'm finer than you.
Sure?
I'm better. No, I'm not better than you, Sha, but I'm finer than you today. I'm even blowing more than you today. Come on now.
And let that be a reality. I want that to be a reality, though.
It is, my dear sister. It is.
Don't mind Chike. Chike is actually a little under the weather today, so you guys should send your good view messages. Tell him to get better. Listen to us right now. Yes.
I'm not a sorry case. Don't pity me.
Actually, he's actually a very tough person, a very tough nut to crack.
All right, welcome to Good Morning City right here on the 6.9 FM going the radio, and hope you're doing good this beautiful Wednesday morning. Remember, you can join us live on YouTube at Going the Radio 106.9 FM and on Facebook at 106.9 Going the Radio. And go online, drop your comment, and of course, feed your eyes with the pretty Esther
and Chike and the glowing Chike.
The way I'm feeding my eyes every morning. Come on, guys, you don't know how lucky I am, right?
Chike, don't even start this morning. I beg.
All right, and remember, as we always do it right here on Good Morning Call City, we are going to tell you how you're supposed to feel this beautiful Wednesday morning, and afterwards we'll tell you what the weather will look like, and we're going to short break, and when we come back, we'll look through our top stories for today. And Esther is quite ready with how we're supposed to feel today. I'm so much expectant. Like, Esther, tell me how I'm supposed to feel today. Like, she already said, I didn't say, I'm under the weather. So Esther is going to tell me how I'm going to snap out from being under the weather. Esther, the floor is yours.
You won't do it.
Tell me. Everything
you won't do nothing. I know you.
Esther, what
you don't rest.
Every night.
Tell yourself
every night.
You don't rest.
Every night is for resting.
And then how long?
As long as you can now.
You see? But anyways, I'll just dive right in. Okay, good morning, City, and happy Wednesday, the 25th of February 2026. Oh my God, we're already done with February.
You don't finish.
This is amazing.
Finally.
Well, we are in the heart of the week and we're from the end of the month. And what I want you to do right now is to pause and think about that for a second. You are actually at the end. Yeah, just days away from the end of the month, and it's been an amazing month so far. February is almost wrapping up, and the question is not, have I done everything that I wanted to do, or have I grown? I think that's the question we should be asking ourselves. You see, sometimes we measure progress by big achievements, but growth often hides in quieter places, in your resilience, in the way you handled pressure differently this time, in the way you kept going even when things around you felt uncertain. I think that is how growth is supposed to be measured. And in this month, I believe it has stretched us in different ways, financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, yeah. But I need you to remember this, that you're still here, you're still trying, you're still believing. Matters. This Wednesday, I want you to not rush through your day just to get to Friday, okay? There's something in today for you. There's a lesson, an opportunity, a connection, or a moment of clarity. Just make sure you're present enough to see it. Move with wisdom, speak with intention, protect your peace fiercely. Protect your peace fiercely. It's very important. If there's anything, but leave toxic environments, leave toxic people, and just make sure that you have your peace with you at all times, and trust that God is working behind the scenes in ways you may not be able to understand yet. And as the month winds down, I want you to finish strong. It's not about starting strong or starting well. It's about finishing strong, not with stress, but with focus, not with comparison, but with confidence. And as always, from both Chike and I here, we're wishing you strength for today, clarity for your decisions, and calm in your spirit.
Yeah, thank you so much. And then this thing, I will repeat it again. You're not fully dressed without this one.
Without this one, never go out today.
And there's something you say that's quite poignant. It appeared to me. Don't. There's something that comes with Wednesday. Everybody wants to rush to Friday.
So honestly, I'm guilty of that. I just want Friday to come.
And the funny thing is, you won't rush. So that means you'll just be sitting around wasting time and waiting for the time to just keep winding away.
And then you miss lessons, opportunities,
of course.
We have to be present. So stay present, guys.
All right, thank you so much, Esther, for that beautiful one.
That's
and
right.
All right, you're not done yet, so tell us how the weather would look like today.
Yeah, the weather. All right, so we'll begin in the Center of Excellence, Lagos, where today's headline is rain and humidity. So they're going to be seeing a high of 31 degrees, and with thundery showers rolling in. The humidity will climb, making it feel warmer and heavier than it appears on paper. The air will also be thick, and especially when the rain falls. So they should be expecting that familiar sticky Lagos atmosphere if you're in Lagos right now. So I'm just going to give a little health tip. So when rainfall comes, we'll have stagnant water, right? And that means mosquitoes in this part of Africa, in fact, in this part of the world. So make sure you protect yourself at nighttime with your repellent, okay? And make sure to sleep under a treated net. And then we're heading inland to Ibadan, where the sun is clearly working overtime. So you should be expecting sunny intervals in a high of 36 degrees. It's going to feel intense, especially during peak afternoon hours, with heat radiating off the roads and rooftops. So today calls for light, loose-fitting fabrics in Ibadan. So make sure you're wearing breathable clothing. Don't just let your body breathe today, and make sure you don't overheat. And when you're out, you're moving around town. So make sure you're going out there with your water bottles and you're wearing light clothing. Now moving down to Port Harcourt, the Garden City, it's a blend of tropical warmth and light rain there. The temperatures will rise to around 35 degrees, with showers adding moisture to the air. They should expect that damp, dewy feeling that lingers whenever it rains. So it's going to rain today, so it's going to open the atmosphere for allergies, and there's a lot of things that's going to be in the atmosphere today. So just make sure that you keep your tissues handy, and if you're prone to allergies, like I said, if you're prone to allergies, make sure you keep your tissues handy, and just be protected, and make sure we are sneezing, do it with the bend of an elbow. I just want to say that. And then moving on to Abuja. In Abuja, they're going to be having pure, unfiltered sunshine there. They're going to be looking at a high of 37 degrees under dry skies. The heat will feel direct and sharp, especially between noon and mid-afternoon. And then up north in Kano, temperatures will rise to about 32 degrees with a moderate breeze. And it sounds pleasant, but the breeze may be carrying dust from desert regions, which will reduce the air quality in some areas. And by nightfall, temperatures will drop sharply to around 15 degrees, bringing a surprisingly cool evening. So that's how it's going to be in Kano. And then finally, here at home in Enugu Coast City, we are seeing sunny intervals dominating, and temperatures will be peaking at 36 degrees today. It will be bright and warm with long stretches of sunshine today. So let us get prepared. It's going to be quite hot, but then it's going to be quite hot. So drink your water, wear breathable clothing, and make sure you have fun. And that is your comprehensive weather report for today.
All right, thank you so much, Esther, for that comprehensive weather report for today. And of course, we've heard what you said, and then as the teacher, as the instructor this morning, we will obey you, ma.
Good for you. Very good. I just love that spirit.
All right, but
before we move on, I'd like to celebrate someone special.
Yeah.
So today is my lovely friend's birthday. Her name is Sophia. So I just want to do a shout out to Sophia. Sophia, happy birthday. I just want you to know that I love you and I see you. But I just hope that this new chapter of your life unlocks more blessings, more rains. I hope that your dream, because she's quite a dreamer. Sophia is quite a dreamer. I hope that her dreams moves beyond her imaginations. I hope that her name I just hope that lines continue to fall for her in pleasant places, and I want her to know that she's seen and that she's loved. I want her to continue to grow and thrive always. I want her to know that I love her. So I love you, Sophia. Happy birthday, and I want you to enjoy your day, love. Mwah.
Sophia the
Just
Dreamer,
listen.
happy birthday. And of course, if you're watching right now, Esther is wishing you a happy birthday. And
That's
like all
right.
of us actually wishing you a happy birthday. Go
Mhm.
there and conquer.
Yeah,
and,
she's a queen too. So
yeah, she's a queen.
enjoy your day, queen.
Queen of which kingdom?
Queen Sophia.
Yeah, Queen Sophia.
Queen.
You know, as I say, and she's a dreamer. I would have loved her to, bed in in Josephine. You know,
Don't
we
do
have
that.
we have Joseph the dreamer.
Listen, she's listening right now. I want to see if she could spank me. I like I do anything about it.
All right, Sophia, happy birthday, Sophia. Enjoy your day. Have a fabulous
Lord.
day, and of course, so much love from here to you.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go on a short musical break, and when we come back, we'll look through our top
10 stories.
top 10 stories for today. We'll be right back. Stay
Yeah,
tuned.
Chuck the border on this dial.
My baby wanna burn me. She's been telling me all night long. Gasoline and groceries. The list goes on and on. It's 9 to 5 and working. Why the hell do I work so hard? Can't worry about my problems. I can't take them when I'm gone. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell her bring another out when you plenty more. To the stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone brought me up a double shot of whiskey. Little me and Jack Donna's got a history. There's a party downtown near Fifth Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Oh, everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Oh, everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Oh, everybody at the bar. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Oh, everybody at the bar. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. 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 Oh, 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 Someone brought me up a double shot of whiskey.
Shot of whiskey.
Little me and Jack Donna's got a history. There's a party downtown near Fifth Street.
Everybody on the party getting tipsy. Everybody on the
Everybody
party.
at the bar getting tipsy.
Everybody at the party. Everybody at the party getting tipsy.
All right, welcome back to Good Morning Call City, and of course, we're not getting tipsy here. Actually, we are.
Very sober, guys. You cannot be tipsy this early in the morning, I beg.
So we are here with sound mind to tell
Yes,
you what's
sir.
happening in the country.
Yeah.
We can get tipsy this beautiful morning now.
I beg, you're not getting tipsy, guys.
All right, this is time for us to look through our top 10 stories for today. And
That's right.
Esther has the first one.
Okay, for the very first story this morning, Nigeria under siege by fake medicines. Okay. Nigeria is under relentless siege from fake medicines, and the latest shocking raid proves that the enemy is thriving right under our noses. In this, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control has once again exposed this national shame. In a raid early this month, the agency uncovered massive warehouses hidden inside an uncompleted building in Apapa, Lagos, crammed with banned, fake, and unregistered medicines worth over 3 billion naira. Cartons upon cartons of prohibited injectable anti-malarial product, antibiotics, sachets, drugs, and blister packs sat alongside assorted perfumes, body oils, and even cooking oils. All were seized and evacuated to stop them from flooding the market. And these exposures must not stop, they must intensify. This raid is only the latest chapter in NAFDAC's tireless crackdown of fake and substandard medications, cosmetics, and beverages. Indeed, the sheer scale of unapproved drugs and cosmetics pouring in from both local and foreign sources should alarm every Nigeria. Chike, what do you think about this? This is
an alarming thing. Seriously, Omo. I can remember the years back when Dora Kinyele came in as an NAFDAC Director General,
Right.
and then the relentless fights she waged against fake
Yeah, I
drugs.
remember the crackdowns.
We can't go back to those dark ages now, and those dark days. We can't. Jeez, NAFDAC should do everything
3
possible.
billion naira worth of already said fake prohibited drugs. We're not safe. We have to be careful what we take out there.
It's quite crazy, but I believe that NAFDAC should be on top of the situation, and they are on top of the situation.
I'm glad.
Because,
The fact that they found out about this.
that's the only thing I can say, because
To just
fake drugs is
intensify
crazy.
the crackdown, because
You know what fake drugs can do to somebody? Like you, a listener, you understand this to a very large extent, because
I do. I do.
All right, moving forward, we have a story. Foreign airlines seek federal government partnership on airport modernization. Right, the story has it that the International Airlines Association of Nigeria is pushing for closer collaboration with the federal government on airport modernization, passenger facilitation, and safety enhancement to strengthen Nigeria's aviation value chain. The chairman of the International Airlines Association of Nigeria Airline Operators Committee, Damilola Ogunseye, said the body was ready to align with the government's aviation reform agenda and deepen partnership across critical segments of the industry. Ogunseye said the International Airline Association of Nigeria fully aligns with the government's programs, especially in the areas of infrastructure development, aviation policy reforms, tourism promotion, cargo development, and human capital development. We see strong opportunities to collaborate in airport modernization, passenger facilitation, safety enhancement, and the overall improvement of the aviation value chain.
I think it's a good development, but the thing is that Nigeria, whenever we hear of foreign intervention,
but then our aviation really needs a lot of improvement, and
it does.
It's sad actually, because I don't even know what's delaying. Let me use, for example, I can't be an airport right here in Enugu. I don't even know what it's meant to be. It's still an international airport actually, but then there's something about infrastructure development. Certain things there is actually it's an eyesore, and then I think this should well, if it goes through and then all the MOUs are signed and then implemented to the letter, I believe that it will go a long way in at least let's be at par with our international counterparts. When you come to our airport, to be proud to be a Nigerian. That's true.
Well, moving on to the next story this morning. U.S. Congress pushes Nigeria Pact to combat terror and religious persecution. The United States Congress has called for a comprehensive bilateral agreement between Washington and Abuja aimed at protecting vulnerable Christian communities, dismantling jihadist terror networks, and countering Chinese and Russian influence in Nigeria. The recommendations were contained in a joint position by the House Appropriations Committee and the House Foreign Affairs Committee, which was shared on X by Congressman Riley Moore on Tuesday. In a statement titled Ending the Persecution of Christians in Nigeria, Congress commended President Donald Trump for redesignating Nigeria as a country of particular concern, describing the move as decisive in holding perpetrators of violence accountable. In October 2025, the United States announced that Nigeria would again be added to the U.S. Department of State's list of countries of particular concern. Nigeria was first designated in 2020 under President Trump, but was removed from the list shortly after former President Joe Biden assumed office. And in a post on X, President Trump stated that Nigeria would be placed on the Religious Freedom Watch list, alleging that Christians were facing persecution and violence. And earlier in February, the U.S. Congress recommended visa bans and asset freezes on individuals and groups accused of violations of religious freedom in Nigeria. Chike, what do you think about this?
Well, any pressure to make the federal government sit up is welcome development. To me, like no sentiment about it, because the point is, yes, I wouldn't say there's actually a particular state orchestrated attempt to persecute Christians, but we see targeted attacks against Christians. We see targeted attacks against on Christian dominated areas, Christian dominated communities. Yes, Muslims have been victims of extremist attacks, but then But the point is, a lackluster approach by government or lackadaisical attitude in nipping this to the bud seem like there's a relative complicit posture of the government of the day, or agents of government, not necessarily a government policy to be complicit, but you see certain actions that makes it look like they're complicit. So any pressure to make the government sit up is a welcome development, because every life should matter. And then, we being a secular country, a secular state, constitution and it's enshrined in the constitution that we cannot have a state religion, whether directly or indirectly. So the point is, everybody's supposed to have freedom of worship and not be persecuted. Like, I should be a Christian in Kano, I should be a Christian in Zamfara, I should be a Christian in Taraba, I should be a Christian in Katsina without having to fear being persecuted or not. So
yeah, it's a good one.
That's a good one for me. But then people will still beg to differ. People will say that we shouldn't have
we shouldn't have foreign intervention.
But then, when you can't fix your country, other people with conscience will come in and help you fix your country. All right, moving forward. Obi escapes attack at ADC secretariat. That's a very sad story. The story has it that few minutes after leaders of the African Democratic Congress (ADC), including the Labour Party 2023 presidential candidate Peter Obi, received former president of the Nigerian Bar Association and the Labour Party Edo 2024 governorship candidate Olumide Abata into the party, suspected thugs attacked the facility at Obeleka Street off Sobomba Road, accompanied with several gunshots. The suspected thugs say to have rode in an unmarked Sienna bus, and a motorbike destroyed several items in the secretariat, including chairs, canopies, banners, and other items. Some party members who were still at the party secretariat were reportedly injured during the attack. Not done, the suspected thugs reportedly went to the residence of the national leader of the ADC, Chief John Odigi Onyegun, where several gunshots were heard and several vehicles parked near the entrance gates damaged by the assailants. The attack happened while the dignitaries, including Obi Abata, Odigi Onyegun, Professor Simen Osumbo, and others were inside the building. Reacting after the incident, Obi said it is time to speak up. It is time those in government act. They are not going to be there forever, and what they allow to happen in the country today will take its revenge on all of us and the country. Speaking to journalists shortly after, Odigi Onyegun said that the incident could cause chaos in the country. According to him, I am afraid that our leaders, both at the center and in this state, are playing with fire. The consequences could be terrible, much more than any of you expect. I will still talk to the media. All I wish to say is holding a meeting, scheduled meeting, everybody informed, duly informed, normal meeting in the premises of the party secretary today. Halfway through the proceedings, we got intelligence reports, certainly from one of the security agencies, that they have information that the place is going to be attacked, so we should please try to wind up. Well, you can't ignore information, so we cut short our proceedings, and I think we are just barely lucky to have left there in time, because thereafter it looks like all hell broke loose. People arrived here in about 10 vehicles, shooting all over the place, people injured, and so the question is clear between the intel coming and our finishing the meeting. Okay, right, and that's Odigi Onyegun still speaking, and that's a very, very unfortunate development.
This just highlights the ongoing political tensions. Whenever we enter this campaigning or election year, we always feel this sense of insecurity, like it's just a normal thing that people are not going to be safe.
It's actually not a normal thing, but it's been normalized in the country.
In the country, yes.
It's an abnormal thing that has been normalized, and for us to ensure that it doesn't become the order of the day, we should keep calling them out.
Yes.
And when it comes to 2027 election, I keep saying it, that when we are serious as a people, like we should be serious as a people, because our life is at stake. Let me use for example. You think power is not something we shouldn't be paying attention to. 8 years of misrule, 8 years of your life has gone like that. And just imagine 16 years of misrule. Just take away 16 years from your age now, or add 16 years to your how. No,
I don't even want to think about it.
You see that 16 years of mismanagement has messed up your country. So what I'm trying to say is, violence won't take us anywhere. But if they feel that, if the people who have sworn that they're going to use violence to maintain their stake in power, the Nigerians should sit up. Who are even these people orchestrating this violence? They are the very few amongst us. So just imagine when the majority says enough is enough.
We can actually do this, guys.
We can, and I'm glad that at least P2B is safe.
I'm glad,
and
yeah.
nothing happened to other, to the dignitaries that gathered for the thing. They got intelligence reports and they moved away from the vicinity before the attack happened. But then, it's condemnable, and all reasonable voices should wake up. Emphasis on reasonable voices should rise to the occasion of condemning this attack.
That's right. Well, to the next news story this morning: police recruitment, PSC and NPF to commence screening on March 9th. The Police Service Commission, PSC, and the Nigeria Police Force have fixed March 9 to commence physical and credential screening and the ongoing recruitment of constables into the Nigeria Police Force. Spokesman for PSC, Mr. Toti Kalu, said this in a statement on Tuesday in Abuja. Kalu said the physical and credential screening will be held nationwide between March 9 and April 18th. Applicants who completed the online recruitment registration exercise are requested to log into the recruitment portal on npfapplication.psc.gov.ng. This is to check their status and print the following documents, which they must present at the screening venue on the date and time indicated in their invitation slip. The documents are guarantors form, application submission slip, invitation slip, credential screening form, and physical screening form, he said. He added that items to be presented during the screening include an invitation slip with the assigned table and a credential screening form. You might be wondering why I added this to our top stories this morning, because insecurity is on the rise and we need more hands on deck. And I think that there's still some youths that are interested in joining the police force. So it's important they...
You want to join the police?
No, not police. Air Force.
Saying it like
I want to join the Air Force.
Yes.
I mean it. When I'm done.
When you're done with your school.
Yes, I'll work with intelligence.
Sharp.
Do you think that would be a nice fit? I think I'll do very well there.
I don't know. I don't know what to think.
Okay, I'm actually tougher than I look. So maybe just the way I look, but I'm really tough. I think Nigeria needs me.
You're not tough.
I promise I can do the job well.
Just when you enter Air Force, I see uniform. The first thing I'll just bust laugh.
What do you mean? I'm going to be looking. So, anyways, Chike wants to insult me, but let's just move on, guys.
All right. The point is, police is recruiting, so
yes,
we need more
interested
hands and people passionate, not people who are unemployed, looking for employment.
All right, but then the police force should make sure that there's appropriate training, appropriate remuneration after people have been accepted, because we know that our force, they are already notorious for not paying staff. Well, that's why many Nigerians are not really interested in joining the police.
It's a systematic problem. It's not necessarily the administration of the police. It's just a systematic problem. It's a system issue. But the thing, we are just advocating for the at least the police and then other key security agencies to be treated well, giving good entitlements and all these things. Because when they are treated well, they will be able to concentrate and then will be committed to the fight against crime and the rest of them. All right, moving forward to our next story, we have Osimi on the fire as NAPTIP opens probe over daycare claims. Of course, I like this story. Okay, the story has it that Nigeria's anti-trafficking agency has pledged to investigate allegations of child sexual abuse linked to singer and songwriter Simisola Kosoko, following renewed social media backlash over old posts from her ex account. The development comes after Nizens resurfaced tweets from 2012 in which the Duduke crooner allegedly made comments about toddlers at her mother's daycare center. The controversy intensified after Simi spoke out about sexual assault concerns in Nigeria in the wake of a new retracted rape allegation by a TikToker, prompting critics to revisit her past statements. In a statement posted on Instagram on Tuesday, National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, said it was taking the matter seriously. Following recent public discussions and concerns raised regarding alleged incidents of child sexual abuse, misconduct in daycare settings in Nigeria, we are committed to thoroughly investigating credible reports. The agency urged members of the public to provide evidence where available. We kindly request anyone with factual information, evidence, direct knowledge, or who was personally affected by the matters referenced in the viral posts or related experiences to kindly reach out to us confidentially. We take all reports of child sexual abuse, misconduct seriously and are committed to investigating every credible claims. Responding to the backlash earlier, Simi said she made the post at age 23 while assisting at her mother's daycare and insisted they had been misinterpreted.
You see, I had to add this to the news we're going to be taking this morning because we talked about the incident that brought this all up last week when we talked about Mirabelle, who allegedly said she was raped in
Which
her.
turned out to be a lie.
Yeah, it turned out, although they said investigations are still ongoing.
But
yes.
actually, she came out to say it's a lie, actually. She said it's a lie. She said that it didn't happen.
And it's crazy because rape is a serious crime. And the fact that
It's wickedness, actually.
social media, people went bonkers over the fact that someone raped her and people were coming through for her. People really cared, and this just made light of everything. And honestly, I'm so angry because I was so furious when I heard. I'm not saying that she should have been raped, right? But then she messed up.
But she actually messed up because now what happens, because this is not the first time we keep getting false rape accusations. It means that you are actually blocking the way for real
people
victims
who have actually been raped.
And for Simi, let's talk about Simi.
Let's talk about Simi. So
for Simi, because her own was, you jumped into conclusion. Like, the point is, I understand there's rape cases. I understand that women are vulnerable. I understand that women have been raped in the past. Women have been victims of rape in the past, and then it's swept under the carpet and nobody does anything about it. But the fact remains that no matter who comes up with rape accusation, the fact remains that all of us should learn to pause before we comment on issues like this. Yes, you need to understand how, at least try to run your own personal investigations.
Like sentiment.
Exactly. Because it doesn't make sense that a woman confess that somebody, or a woman threw an accusation out there, doesn't mean that it's true.
That's
the point. And then
I think what caused her to get under fire was because of somebody asked her, what about cases of, what she wrote was that stop raping women. She said society should stop raping women. And then someone asked her, what about cases where people are falsely accused? And she was like, shut up, And
shut the fuck up, actually. SCFU.
Yeah, that was what she actually wrote. So people were like, social media never forgets.
Yes, 2012. Because, for example, look at the argument. I saw some of the tweets.
Yeah, they're actually very ambiguous.
It's not even ambiguous. No, stop using. I feel even.
I'm covering her.
No, you're not covering her. You're actually giving her a soft line. It's not ambiguous. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. Look at what she was typing. No, seriously. No, I saw an argument that a mother is always a mother. Like a woman is always a mother. So they have a rough cuddling. Jeez, if my mother starts saying that thing about it, I'll be like, Mommy, are you okay?
Like,
it's disgusting for crying out loud. Okay, just let's switch role. Just imagine a guy, a 23-year-old guy saying that same thing about a 4-year-old, about a 13-year-old girl. How are we gonna feel?
You see, I'm really proud of NAPTE. This shows accountability. It doesn't depend on you in the fact that you're a celebrity. So they are actually investigating this, and they are ready. But if someone brings out a formal claim, I'm sure they're gonna work on it. But then
my own is accountability should go around.
It should go around.
It should go around.
Right.
So if you're demanding accountability from guys, you as a lady be accountable. Then celebrity doesn't shield you from this thing. It just showed how I'm avoiding to use strong language here because
don't use
really it just
down.
It shows how see, sometimes we apportion a lot of, we expect too much from these celebrities. We forget that they're human beings. Some of them are actually stupid. The only thing that brought them to limelight is the fact that they were talented. Some are not even talented. It's because they did a song that went viral.
Yeah,
and then everybody's now vibing to those songs, and then we give them these we put them on this pedestal that this guy he's a celebrity, he's supposed to be wise. It doesn't cut it. A foolish person is a foolish person. A foolish person can be a celebrity. A foolish person can be a popular person. That's the point.
That's the point. I'm moving on. Chike. You're blowing fire here. Well, moving on to the next story this morning. Cross the river. This is coming from a man gets life imprisonment for raping an 8-year-old girl. Okay, the convict, a 39-year-old man, has been sentenced to life imprisonment for raping an 8-year-old girl. The convict, Uduak Etimodo, was sentenced on Tuesday, February 24th by Honorable Justice Blessing Egbu of the Cross River State High Court. He committed the crime last year in March 2025 in Calabar, and the conviction was secured by the Basic Rights Council Initiative. The BRCI is a non-governmental organization which promotes and protects the fundamental rights of children and indigent women. Reacting to the judgment, James Ibor, who is an Esquire and who is the principal counsel of BRCI, said the outcome shows that justice is possible when institutions carry out their legal duties without compromise. He commended the State's Commissioner of Police, CP Rashid Afueboa, the Attorney General Adedem Ani and DPP Okoye Ukam for their commitment to safeguard the future of our children. He added that the BRCI recognizes the importance of this judgment because it reflects the work of individuals who refuse to overlook a child's suffering but ensure the law took its course. Chike, what do you think about this?
They should castrate him.
Life imprisonment is, although it's a strong sentence, but
It's not enough. They should castrate the guy. For crying out loud, how can it hit you without appealing to you? Well, we just have a perverted individual in the society and
crazy people.
I'm just glad the full weight of the law came down on him,
That's
and
right.
then that's how it's supposed to be for all the perverts, for all the predators
Pedophiles.
out there. All right, moving forward, we have this story. Mexico official reveals how El Mencho's girlfriend helped in raid that killed cartel boss. All right, the story has it that a girlfriend of Nemesio Osegura, the notorious leader of the Jalisco New Generation cartel, was instrumental in locating him in Tapalpa, a scenic village of vacation homes in western Mexico. The 59-year-old, nicknamed El Mencho, was wounded in a clash with Mexican soldiers on Sunday and died while being airlifted to hospital. Mexican military intelligence, with support from the U.S. Northern Command, had learned that the woman planned to meet Osegura, allowing authorities to plan the operation. Mexican Defense Secretary Ricardo Trevilla said one of the romantic partners of El Mencho was brought to a house in Tapalpa by a trusted associate. She met with Osegura and then left, leaving him with his security detail. The National Guard's Special Immediate Reaction Force executed the raid using coordinated land and air maneuvers. Honestly, it was a pretty violent attack, Trevilla added. Osegura was found with assault weapons and 2 rocket launchers. He and his guards took cover in nearby forested terrain, but soldiers eventually surrounded them. All 3, Osegura and 2 escorts, were airlifted to a hospital in Guadalajara, where they perished en route. Their bodies were transported to Mexico City and handed over to the General Prosecutor's Office. Security Secretary Omar Gracia Hafuch confirmed that Osegura's remains will be returned to his family. Right? Well, shall we say may you so rest in peace? Do we say that?
We're not saying nothing. You see, this is just a typical one every day for the thief, one day for the owner. He met his Waterloo at. In fact, this is a drug cartel. Like, he's not just a drug. Nigerians are making light of this news story. They're now saying Mexican cartel. Is it better for you to be caught by a Mexican cartel the chief? Or Nigerians are very funny. But
the thing is, those guys are deadly actually.
They are deadly.
They're deadly. If you've watched some of their movies, I don't know if you've seen Sicario as one of the movies about cartels and their issue. And then if you watch some documentaries, there's the documentary I watched on El Chapo. I've watched the documentary on El Chapo. I've watched the documentary on this popular Colombian drug guy. What's his name? I've forgotten his name actually, but they are quite deadly guys.
They are.
They're very deadly.
And I'm glad he met his Waterloo, and I hope
course.
they will find other, because these criminal networks are really large. Because they said after he died, there were series of violent attacks in different parts of the
retaliatory attacks. That's quite unfortunate.
Well, for our last story this morning, Nigeria denies report it paid huge ransom to free pupils in mass abduction. Nigeria's government has rejected the media report alleging that it paid a huge ransom to Islamist militant group Boko Haram to secure the release of more than 200 pupils and staff abducted from a Catholic boarding school in November. Information Minister Mohammed Idris described the allegation made by the AFP news agency, quoting intelligence sources, as completely false and baseless and a disservice to the professionalism and integrity of the security forces. He also denied that 2 Boko Haram commanders were freed as part of the deal. Chike, what do you think about this?
What do I think? I know that government negotiates with terrorists. I know that,
so that since there's no evidence,
there's no evidence now. But then the report actually said it's from a trusted source. Like, no, journalism, you don't reveal your source because you need to build trust and you need to maintain that trust. But if it is true, it's unfortunate.
It's wrong because we're not supposed to. The government is not supposed to negotiate with terrorists.
It's quite unfortunate because it seems like this is not the first time we've negotiated with terrorists, but government has a way of always coming to deny. But it's quite unfortunate. The point is, enough is enough when it comes to terrorism, when it comes to banditry attack
Insecurity,
and insecurity. Government is supposed to have monopoly over violence.
Yes.
Government is supposed to have monopoly of all these things. But unfortunately, we are in this quagmire. And I believe that if the right thing is done, our security infrastructure would be energized and empowered to do the needful.
That's right. You've spoken well, Chike.
All right, thank you so much for compiling these top news stories for today. Thank you so much, Esther, for
You're welcome.
emphasis on comprehensive
Always
compilation.
comprehensive. I'm too much.
All right, this is where we're going to be wrapping it up this morning. And time check is 30 minutes past the hour of 8. And of course, next will be Sports Cafe with Andrew Nebidum, who is already in the studio. Thank you so much for joining us this beautiful Wednesday morning on Good Morning, because it's right here on 106.9 FM Going in Radio. Remember, you can always join us on YouTube at Going in Radio 106.9 FM and on Facebook at 106.9 Going in the Radio. You're going to be watching us live every morning. See you same time tomorrow. Thank you so much, Esther.
All right.
And come tomorrow prettier.
Bye, guys. Have an amazing day.
You too. Okay, have an amazing day, guys. Bye bye.